Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 and welcome back to the small holding series. It's been good recently. I felt like we're flying through and being more productive in this series because of the fact I'm just constantly focusing on one series and then my farmhand. So it's been nice to get back onto FS25 and I'm really enjoying just this small set. I think it's a good way to start out, and then obviously at some point I've mentioned about growing into a bigger farm, maybe another series on the side. But I'm just liking this series and using, the mods that are flying out. And fair play to Giants, we're getting a lot more mods. The wait time's getting less, which is great news. Hopefully that's just because resources better managed. I don't know, but yeah, they're doing a good job, and it's good for players that have been crying out for some good mods and stuff. I think the worst part about it is there's been loads of mods just waiting, and when you know that a mod has sent it and it's been like 3 months and whatever, it can be frustrating for the modder, but also for the fans of that maybe modder that want to play and use the content that he's already got out there. So yeah, it's good to see things are getting a bit more positive around the game and around what we got planned for the future. Hopefully, I'd say June time, July time, maybe we'll hear some news about the big expansion at the end of the year, which is looking like to be a UK map. But then also precision farming, which I'm looking forward to. It can't be long now. We'll probably hear some news about it soon. But yeah, it's going to be good. But let's get into this episode. We've got quite a lot to do. Hopefully going to make a bit of money. But I've got a couple of things just to talk about because, it's been a while for me since I've jumped on. So I just want to keep everyone updated. Realistic weather mod. I know I talk about it all the time, but I really like this mod. It's an amazing mod by Arrow. And this is the first time that I've not had to adjust anything. So before, I was adjusting some things to get it to work on the map because of the fact that it was tailored, I think, to a more suited environmental XML where the weather's got a little bit of a better mix of rain and everything. But since I've since I've changed it in the map to have more rain, it's been working wonders. But I did reach out to Arrow and asked him if he could maybe add in the grass moisture gain modifier and the loss modifier. So when the grass has been cut and you've tedded it and activated it, then you could adjust how quick it dries and how quick it also gains moisture from the rain, which is what he's done. So I don't need to edit anything now. This is kind of perfectly tailored, I'm hoping anyway, for playing on Oak Bridge. I don't know if it's, it might be completely different if you're playing on another map, but I imagine just customize these, change these around. But it's really nice to have this now. Latest mod is on his GitHub page, which will be a link in the video description for that. But this is my settings, this is what I'm running. I've got 10 for performance index, the higher, which is maxed out. It's better for frame rate, so I have it maxed out. And then my moisture gain's at 110, that's at 90. But I've changed this to 70%, like this is defaulted to 100%. But I've gone full whack on the grass drying to 200%. So I'm liking that because I kind of want it to be like the next day. If I've looked at the weather and it's sunny, I want the next day to see, hey, I don't mind cutting it, heading it, and then leaving it a full day and then coming back and making some hay. I mean, if you're going to be realistic, a lot of UK farmers probably head it 2-3 times to get really dried out, depending on how wet it was as well, because it just constantly absorbs moisture anyway when you turn it over, especially if you're leaving it in that morning temperature, that morning overnight, it's drawing moisture back into it. So I guess like I'm playing a little bit less realistic there, but I'm just trying to think about gameplay wise. If I want to make hay, it's just easier skipping to the next day, but it's still like the fact that we've got this as an option now. So that's really cool to have that now is something we can modify in the game on the fly. Another really cool thing that's been added in that I've not actually seen yet, I've not seen it in action, is puddles, and the puddles are in field. So if the moisture of the field is high, that's all it's specified, and I think that's when it's like 50% or above. From what I can gather, it's like when the writing's in red, basically the moisture, that's when it's high. So you can expect to see puddles in the field. I don't know how it looks. I don't know how well it's working. I haven't tested it out or seen it. If we ever get to it, I'll show you guys, but that is a thing now that we're going to see visually in the fields, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, nice to see it constantly being updated, and obviously with it all be happening on GitHub, this is not the mod-up version, so if you do want it, it's PC-only mod, obviously, and it's on GitHub. So, like I said, link in the video description. So we've got a couple of things to do in this episode. We're going to focus on the grass. Now, looking at the weather, because my original plan was I wanted to do hay, silage, hay. But I think I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go and do silage and then hay and then silage again. The main reason for that is looking at the weather, you can see April 4, 5 and May 1 and 2 is pretty much rain. I've got rain coming at 2 a.m. So it's not the best idea to make hay looking forward, because if I cut it now, it's probably not going to dry out in time, and then I've got a load of rain and it's just going to keep kind of yo-yoing, going up, going down and so on. So I just think I'm going to make a bit of silage in this episode, but we've got an extra field to cut. So we've got this one. We've also got the one just over that way, our new one. So that's really cool. I have tested out, just for clarity, I obviously turned off autosave, skipped through to the start of June, and I can confirm that the sheep and the goat pasture that I've got out over there, just behind them trees, it is working with the meadow grass. So we are grazing out there, which is really good. It's not in there now. If we have a look at the animals, you can see that I've got no meadow grass, but it will. So I think it's as soon as I hit the next month, it'll take some from the feed. It'll take some feed from it, and we can go from there. But I'll keep an eye on them. If they need some bales, we can always throw it in. I would like to make more hay just in case, though, for that reason. But we'll see. It could be that I do silage, then hay, and then hay again, depending on the weather. But definitely need to do my first cutting this month, and it looks like this month is pretty much just filled with a lot of rain. So silage it is. Oh, a really cool mod that came on to Mod Hub, which is the Enhanced Loan System mod. Again, it was on FS22, it's now on 25, and I added a loan of 225,000. It automatically brought that in, but it wasn't working, like it wasn't set up the way I would have liked to do it with this. So the way this works is you can take a loan, you can tell it how much you want, then the amount of years you want to pay it off. You have an interest rate, which is 3.5 at the moment, which can fluctuate. So it's good because you can kind of manage a bit more how much you can afford as repayments. So what I've done is I cleared off that loan originally, took it out the XML files from my save game, took the loan out again, and then just returned the money, basically. Just got rid of the money. So we're still with the same loan, but it's now under this enhanced loan system, which is much better. I've done it for 10 years, and yeah, my repayments are there. So £2,254 every month, which is a lot better than what, it could have been. So I'm happy with that. I don't mind that at all. It is for 10 years, though, but we can pay off in chunks, which is what I'm aiming to do. If you've watched the series and you've been following along, you'll know that I've mentioned I want to do contract work, which I've got one in this episode to get through. Well, I'm going to use a worker for, but it's really good money, and I'm going to put it straight onto this loan to bring it down. But we can just do that by doing special redemption payment. So the way this works is every month I'll pay the £2,254. That's my monthly fee for the loan. But then I'll also pay interest on top. So you'll see it pop up as loan repayment, interest rate. So it's not exactly that £2,254. It's a little bit more. But I just prefer it. It's more realistic. I can manage it better. And it makes me feel like, getting a loan actually, getting a loan in game feels like I'm managing my money. It's better economy style thing. And, it's just more fun to play like that. And that's pretty much it. It's been a few days for me. I've been working on the farm. Hopefully you've seen a couple of them videos now. I've just finished editing my third one, which will come out on Sunday. This is Wednesday for everybody that's watching this. So I don't know when this is going to come out, actually. I think this video should come out Friday. So, yeah, I'm recording this 2 days before you're watching it. And it's just, like I said, nice to get back onto FS25. But we're going to drive up with the Ford. We're going to get the worker going because the contract is worth $37,000. So it's a beefy contract, but I do need the tool that it's using. So the reason I took this contract out is because we're going to be doing silage bales. We've got to chop first, we've got to row 2 fields up, then we've got to bale it, and then we've got to wrap. So there's a lot of work to get through. But I saw a couple of contracts that were for wrapping bales. So I leased out, which cost me maybe about £2,000 to lease out another wrapper that's for square bales and round, because the contract is square bales, but I'm going to be wrapping round, so we can use it for both. And then we're going to get the worker going in the field. Start off with, we're going to use the Mattxjs for mowing and for the rowing up. So by the time I get to needing to, wrap the actual bales, he should have finished by then. That's the fingers crossed, that's the aim. And it's good money. It's really good money. 37,000 for a contract when we're trying to get that, you know, that loan down. It's going to be, well, it's just a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Turning on cruise control, I just noticed that that lever goes up and down. I wonder if that is actually like in the tractor. I've never been in one of these Fords in real life. Maybe it's just like the throttle that you control to bring up your revs. And it's just full wax. The tractor's just going for it. Been driving that T6. Absolutely amazing this week. So Monday, Tuesday, I was in a T6. Did some reversing as well with a real, you know, with a decent sized trailer. Not the biggest animal trailer. It was just one for sheep, but it was big enough for me being in a T6 and an IFA Williams 2-tier sheep trailer on the back. But I was reversing it, and I'll be honest, I think the guy that was showing me was quite surprised that I did it, and I only had to correct once on the whole time I was doing it. And do you know why? It's because of FS. It's FS. So any players right now playing the game, and you've got your steering wheel, and you're practicing in cab, reversing a tractor with a trailer on the back, it really helps out. It does. I was chuffed to bits because he basically said that there's a lot of farmers that would be proud to be able to reverse like that even now. And I was like, well, I'll take that for a win. It's one of them proud moments where I try to act like, nice one. You know, I was trying to act cooler than what, but inside I was buzzing that I did it so well. I'm loving it at the moment, doing them 2 days on that farm. I had the best time. I think the last day, which was yesterday, was probably the best day I've had on it. I got so much done. We did so many little things. It felt like we were hopping from place to place, and it was just a real good day. And I get on with the people so well, which helps as well. So, really good. In fact, it's made me think that I need to get my steering wheel properly sorted out because I've got a really good setup with my steering wheel. But probably for the last 3 months, I've been using controller because it's too low down. So when I sit there under my chair, which is my fault, it's just because I've gone to the Moser setup and it's just a lot more to kind of pack underneath where the top of my knees would be on the it's like the unit that I made to hold it all. So I catch my knees and I can't raise it up with anything on there. So I've needed to change it up. Also, the monitor's too close, so I feel like I'm really close. I need to kind of move backwards. So I bought a couple of things from IKEA. We were basically getting a new desk for Beanie from IKEA. So I bought some legs just to raise it all up. So I need to do that. I also bought, and I actually got an idea from Dwarrick Dog out my Discord server. He's one of my admins, and he sent a picture of his Hori setup, and he got some New Holland stickers and put it on the steering wheel. And I completely stole his idea and thought, I want to do that. I really want to do that for my own setup. So I bought some Massey Ferguson stickers, but they're actual ones that should be on a tractor, like the replacement ones for tractors. So I'm going to try and get one in the middle of the steering wheel. I think that'd be super cool. So I'm hoping soon to find a way. The last bit of the jigsaw basically is to find a way to. Let me just check. I'm just nattering on here, but I don't even know where I'm going. I'm down here. So yeah, I'll just turn left now. But I probably could have gone down there. It doesn't matter. It's not too bad. So yeah, the last bit of the jigsaw basically will be to move the monitor back, but I need a new stand for it because the way it is, it goes too far to the left if I push it backwards. So I need more of an arm to basically do that. So that's the last piece of the jigsaw, and then it'll be the perfect setup and, you know, really easy to just hop on, record, hop off, and then get onto this side of my computer to do my editing. So yeah, but at least I've got the legs. That'll take a bit of time to do. There is about 8 of them that I need to put on. So I'll get that sorted hopefully this weekend. Get them stickers on as well. And then, yeah, we'll get that monitor sorted out. Because, you know, driving a tractor in real life and then coming back to FS, it makes me think. It makes me realise how much I really need to start driving in-game with that setup more. Because, you know, it's a brilliant setup. I need to start faffing about. The good thing about Courseplay as well is it'll do this contract really well. There's been another update for Courseplay as well. I downloaded it today. So there's been a couple, I think, since the last time I updated it. So in a week, they've actually thrown out, yeah, two updates for Courseplay, which is good to see because, you know, brilliant mod. I think it even, you know, with the AI worker improvement in the game and also the improvement through the GPS and everything like that, I still think mods like VCA and Courseplay especially will be a preferred choice. There's a lot of bales. There is a lot of bales. I always thought this would be a great place to build a farm up here because it's level, flat, there's loads of space, and you're near the biogas plant. Right, let's bring up this. Of course, we're getting some lag all of a sudden. Frame rate dropping. There we go. So, what we want to do is go to bale collect. There is, it's saying 0 bales left at the moment. I'm hoping this is going to work. Can you imagine if it doesn't? 109 bales. Right. Have fun. And I will leave you to it. It's a lot of bales. But it's worth it. 37,000 for this. I'll just bring it up to show you. But our active one, yeah, no, sorry, 32,700, which is still very good. And there's also another one over here that's 42,000. So if we wanted to, we could make a load of money. But I think that'll be fine first. Right, 2 things I need to do before we start mowing. I want to go and put some straw into the cows. I also need to fuel up the Mattxjs. And yeah, we can we can crack on them. I was going to do a feed mix, but I think they're okay. Let's just have a quick look at the cows. They're on the verge. Look, I've got like 2-month-old here, but the next month is when I'm going to get more. So I've got 9 that are at 9 months old. I've got 5 that are at 2 months old, 5 that are at 30, 5 more at 37, and then the original 4 that I started with are here. So they're 90%. So that's next month I'm going to have 4, and I'll have another 5 here. So I'll have 9 calves that are newborn next month. And even the 30-month ones are going. So we're going to be getting a lot of calves soon. It'd be good to get some igloos. Let's see if we've got some, because I'm sure I picked up an igloo mod. And we could, you know, like, because this is like double side over there, we don't really need that with that bunker as well. Like, I put it in thinking it'd be good, but if I sold this and this, we've got enough storage there for bales. That can be for like harvester and so on. But we could put some igloos here, and hopefully I can get to them. I think the skid steer would be really good for it, but let's have a look. I mean, there's this, which is very small. Holds 20, perfect for some calves. That would fit nicely just there as well. But I'm sure I had some. Oh, they're there. There you go. So that's just for 1 igloo. £500. We could put them all down here, line them up, put a bit of water in, put a bit of feed in. I don't even think I'd need to put water in. It just looks like there's 1 trigger there. But we could put a row of igloos down, or we could even go with this. Because I'd need 20 of these to match what that shed holds, and it'd be just under 10,000. So that's only 8. So might be a no-brainer, you know, to put that in. I like the fact I don't want the one with the pasture, even though that would be good. And that, again, would be way too big. But this one's perfect. It's, you know, it says here, attention, this is a breeding barn, therefore milk production is not possible. That's fine, because we're just going to put calves in. But this side, down here against this wall, would be the perfect spot for it. I could get access there as well to the animal trigger. And I can sell the bunker. Still get there to feed, even with them kind of metal girders that are supporting that shed. It'd just be that side I'd need to gain access to. So I think a skid steer would do it. So we need a skid steer in the second-hand market, and we need 8,000 for that. I'm not going to get any more loans though, that's a fact. And also, I've been looking in the second-hand market because there's a trailer that I want to buy. Even though the trailer I've got right now is you know, spot on, this trailer here is really good. 7,600 it holds. But no, I want... Let me show you this trailer, because there's two options, really, that I want to go to. So we've already got this one here. But I want to go to this old school Mattxjs that I really like. But if we extend the capacity, just the wooden kind of... Yeah, the wooden panels on the side, extend it up to 13,250, which is more than the 8,000 we've got now. But I really like that Mattxjs trailer. I think hauling it with the Mattxjs would look good. But the Bailey trailer that came out by Ross and Mods literally yesterday is superb for this farm. It holds 10,700, and it's just a perfect size trailer for what I want to do. So I've got two options there that I really like the look of. I mean, that Massey Ferguson's bigger, holds, well, that holds the same, but we could get a bigger option. But I think that's, you're getting too big then for my farm. I think that Bailey trailer and this Massey are perfect, and I think with that costing 11,700, that 19, it might be a no-brainer to go for the Massey. So that's something I want to do. But in the second-hand market, which I've been looking through, we've got loads on offer. Nice little tractor here. I think that's like the perfect scraper tractor. Got a straw blower over there as well, which would be good, but I don't need it because I can just place down bales. The trigger accepts that for straw. But I have been keeping an eye on it because, you know, there's a couple of things I want to buy, and if they're on offer, it's just a no-brainer. Like, look at this muck spreader. It's a small-ish one. It would just about go on the farm, but I think it might be a little bit too big because you've got to think about the tractor hauling that. I mean, it's 140 horsepower. That's like my maximum tractor's 136. It can go to 150, but it's currently at 136. This would be really good. I've seen these mowers drop on mod up the other day, so I downloaded them. But they're, you know, a good size for what I want, and you know, the cheapest chips because I've got them on offer at the moment. 3,500. I'm sure there was another one. That'd be a good trailer for 8,000, but way too big. Way too big. Where's that? Yeah, look, there's another one. So 3,159. And then, yeah, 3,585. So this one's the same mower, the 265. It's the, yeah, Novidis 265. It's just there's one for 40% off, one for 51% off. So it's obviously been used more. It's got 16 hours. It's got 16 months age. This one's got 10 months, so makes sense. So they're things I would buy. If I had the money now, I'd just pick them up because I'd buy a mower. An extra mower would come in handy if I've really, you know, want to get the ball rolling, do some contracts. I can have one mower out in the field. I can use one. So, yeah. Plenty to buy. I need to keep an eye out. On the second-hand market for a skid steer. And then we can get that shed as well to put calves in. Because they don't really need to eat TMR. So we're giving TMR away when really we can just give them a bale or two every now and again. Keep them happy. And that'll do the job. That's what we want. I think 2 straw bales will be plenty for this. It'll last out quite a bit because they have actually got straw. It's just not visible. So you can see they've got 4,431. This is an extra 10,000 litres. And this will be a good test to see how the bales are performing. Oh, I've got one that was moving. So that might mean that it's reset, and I need to check that because I know we've had a lot of updates, but it was definitely better than that because I found that the bales just like to move a lot. So I'll have to go and check the file after this just to see if it's still the same as I'll put it, or if it is, I'll adjust it for straw so it's got a little bit more mass. I mean, it's doing good now that it's tipped on an angle, but yeah, it's a weird one. It's a very tight squeeze to get these bales through, but they do go through. Oh, just about. And there we go. The straw plane is now there again. Right, let's get everything unhooked over here and get some mowing done. The Massey is going to be busy. It's got 2 fields to mow, and then it's got 2 fields to do some rowing in. I think if I'll leave that there, it won't be in the way. I do like the fact I put this pipe there now. It's much better than what it was. I would have kept it above there if I had it high enough, but yeah, I'd need to make it look better, wouldn't I, for me to be really happy with it. So I think that's the next best thing. Right, so that's that mower in here, which is a much bigger mower than the ones I was just looking at. I think it's like 3 points, and whereas the other one was like 2.5. There we go. It's way too big. It doesn't actually, you know, the top of the shed's not got a collision on it, or the mower at the edge has not got a collision on it. One or the other. So, oh, it does actually fit. There's definitely one spot that clipped through it. I think it was the pipe that I've actually moved down, so ignore what I was saying. But here we go. We're mowing. Grass moisture is something I'm not kind of worried about. It's already at 50% anyway, fertilizer. I didn't fully fertilize it. You can see that my current yield's 120%, so I'm not going to get amazing from this. It is too high, really, for moisture, but it's grass at the end of the day. We're making silage. It's going to have moisture in. So let's get this done. With us needing to mow the next field, you know, it's going to make this a little bit longer, especially if we're going to row it after. But at least we've got a good sized row. I mean, we spent a lot of money on it. And we were paying off that finance for quite some time.
Have I really been so crazy to think your love was mine? Serenading to sinking moons. Oh, I've been so blind as our love was slowly turning blue. My blood grew red. No, I can't believe that thing is true. Believe that thing you said. So beware of this glowing dream. Baby, don't look back to see your life drifting down the stream. See the star turn black. Morning came, darling, days will come when you're this love is your song unsung, but it's still true. No, I don't care where I'm going to. This town's too small. Baby, you were my burning tower. Now I'm too high to fall.
just gone and made myself a bit of a brew. Got it in my hand now. Having a cup of tea break whilst I did the mowing and the rowing. So just got to do the baling and then obviously just checking where the wrapper's getting. But he's smashing it out. There's 4 bales left. I've not had one problem yet, and I hope I've not just jinxed it. So I'm going to touch wood and hope that that's not the case. But there's 2 bales there. I didn't even realise it goes all the way around that corner. I can see one all the way down there. So it'll be 2 after this, I think. So that could be the last 2. So not bad. So at least we've got the wrapper ready to go. But we're going to go and jump into the Massey, get some baling done because we've got 2 fields to get through. Sip the brew, fueled up. Yeah, there's 2 more. So there's 1 down there. There must be 1 bale somewhere lingering. Can we spot the bale? Probably screaming at the video right now going, it's over there, you mop head. There's definitely 1 there. Is that the 1 bale then? It must be. Yeah. Oh well, that'll be job done. But let's get through this. I've just refilled the bale net. That's... yeah, I've only got 1 left on the pallet, so I'll have to stock up on that. I did have 1 left in there and then I filled it back up, but that was like a quarter... like it was a quarter down on the 1, so yeah, we were getting close to running out, but I don't know if I'm going to get all this done. I might have to do a bit of a jump cut here because, well, it's going to take a little bit of time to do all this and the wrapping, but I thought I could jump in. Didn't want to make the time lapse too long, but I could jump in and talk about like the plan with these fields because I don't want to miss out like last time. We're not going to do that. We're going to make sure we get this fully fertilised for the next time we chop grass to make hay. So my plan with that is going to be to get that slurry on the ground. Now, looking at the slurry, we've got about 60,000 litres and we've got about 40, maybe 40,000 litres of manure, but we haven't got a muck spreader. So we're going to have to use the slurry. Now, 60,000 litres of slurry will definitely go through both of these grass fields. And then at some point when, say, the field that I'm doing my harvest in, which won't be this harvest, it's probably going to be next harvest, requires us to plough. I'm then going to plough the other grass field because currently it's not registering as a field. So if I plough it, then I won't have that issue. So, yeah, when we need to plough, we just quickly jump to this menu, to the map, you can see. So field 19 will have that field boundary. So, yeah, when we get there, that's going to be the plan. But definitely going to put muck down. I think it's going to be the next episode. If I get the bales out, yeah, if I get the bales out, store them away, then we can do some slurry spreading in the next episode. I haven't done much slurry spreading in 25. I do find that the texture that it leaves is pretty... It's a difficult one. It's tricky to notice where you've been. I'd like to find a way of just making it a lot more clear in the fields. I remember in FS19 I used to love doing slurry spreading. It was probably my favourite job in the game. But then in 22, yeah, I didn't like it as much. And down to my own failure, really, the pumps and hoses mod. I should have used that a lot more for the umbilical system that was with that mod. It was really good, and I just didn't utilise it at all. So that's my bad. But if that does make an appearance again, which I don't know if it will, I'm sure it was a Creative Assembly mod. I'm sure it was. Well, it's a DLC created by them, and they also did something very similar for other mods. I know they did the Straw Harvest, and that was a mod. But Giants had some kind of say in that, because I remember getting early access to the Straw Harvest mod. And it was actually through Giants, which was really strange. So, yeah, I liked seeing that, though, because they obviously supporting modders. But, yeah, if we get that again, that'd be cool. And again, in 22, I didn't use that enough, really. But it did come late on in 22, I think. So, yeah, it's not like I had the opportunity to play with it for the whole for the whole time 22 was out. But I'm hoping the umbilical system that we got could make a return, because that was pretty cool. I just think, I don't know, I really liked in 19 with the, you know, manual attach mod, and then when you get the hose connections, I'm just trying to remember the name of that. It was something manure mod maybe. I don't know, I've completely forgot it. I don't know why. That mod was really good because it allowed you to actually put the pipes on yourself to fill slurry tankers. And in 19, like I said, 19 for me, FS19 was the pinnacle of FS. Like for the gameplay wise and what you could experience whilst playing was the pinnacle. We had loads of good maps, loads of good mods, and we were getting a lot of British equipment. You know, for me, who loves playing on the British maps, was just a big win for me. But, you know, as the games get more graphically demanding and better textures and better modelling, it takes a lot longer for modders to develop and kind of bring up the standard to match where the game's at. And, you know, that's going to take time. So I fully understand, and I don't mind, you know, I feel like, yeah, good things come to those who wait and all that. But I would love to see the manure system. I think it was called the manure system mod. Would love to see that to make a return, because it's really cool when you can put the hoses on and pump in like that. And again, the umbilical system in the pumps and hoses mod, I would love to see that make a return. It's a DLC, but you know what I mean. I would love to see that make a return, because yeah, I would like to use it a bit more than I did. This all stemmed from me saying I feel like I want the texture on the ground just to be a bit more clear when I'm going. I feel like it kind of blends in. But yeah, but I'll see what I can do for the next episode. If it's slurry that we end up doing, I'll see if I can change that texture a little bit or something. We'll find out. But we're flying through this field. We're flying through it, and the contractor's finished, so I'll just finish this one off. I will go and bale the other field, do a bit of a jump cut back in when everything's wrapped, and we'll finish the contract off, take in the money, make a repayment to the loan. And I think then we'll have had a productive episode. It always wants to snail up this part. The last little bit, come on. You can do it. I mean, I probably put the baler onto the forward at this point, but it just made sense to do it. It can technically do it, it's just when it's on an uphill battle like that, you know, that's when it's not happy. There we go, job done. Let's turn the baler off so we can actually get some power back. But we got what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this one as well. But I'm going to wait till this one's full. So we've technically got 8 bales off that field, which isn't bad at all. I mean, we're not, like, we've got quite a bit of silage, not loads, but enough for what we need at the moment. But we may as well make as much as we can. You know, if we can't make hay because the sun's not going to be shining all day and we've got a lot of rain coming up, we may as well make silage. And even if we don't keep it all, silage is good money. Every other bale rolled down here, which made wrapping this side pretty difficult because I parked the tractor there and they were all so close together. But I got them done. I've also wrapped the other field and we totaled 15 bales. So really, we've doubled, you know, pretty much doubled what we were getting, which was about 7.5. So it's exactly like double. So not bad buying that field. And then we got 15 more bales. I'm probably going to keep half of them and sell the other half. But what I'll do is if I do a second cut of silage, I'll hold on to them and then I'll sell them all together. I might even store the 7 like just down here, like to the side of this shed. So if we do add another 7 on our second cut to make silage, then yeah, we can sell them all at one go when the best price is, which is normally, if we have a quick look, normally the best price to sell silage, it should tell me in this actually, max month March. So Let's go back to this. Let's have a look. Silage, where are we? It's not in that, even though grass in the other one is. Randomly. Is April the best time to sell it? Or is that just that it's... I've just got a really strange price. I don't know. That is weird. Because the best time to sell is now? Okay. I mean, there's not a big difference. 121 to 119. It's like it's just constant all the time on hard difficulty. Let me just check. Yeah, still on hard. It should be. So yeah, there we go. I mean, God knows. We'll hold on to it. There's no point in selling them now. We may as well just hold on to them and sell them all in one go. But let's complete this. £32,712. I will take that all day long. Let's pay back some to this. So special redemption. I'm just going to pay 32,000, which I can't do because it's saying I can only pay 11,250. So maybe I have a maximum on that or something, but yeah, because I think there's only so much I can pay off. Maybe each month I'd have to check that. Maybe that's like a rule of the mod. A percentage you can only pay, which it's not. It's only that's a small amount though. Normal, I'm sure. In 22 I could pay off all of it if I wanted to. God knows. Not sure on that one. But anyway, doesn't matter. We got everything done. We've made a bit of money. We're up to 26,000, so I'll take that all day long. I do love them birds now. That's a big improvement for me. Something small like that looks really good. And when you're out in the field doing work and you can see the shadow of like the flock of birds, it's pretty cool. It is. Next step, get them behind like a plough or a seeder. That would be super cool. So what I'll do now is I'll stack all the bales away. In the next episode, we're going to be doing some slurry spreading, so we need the fields to be cleared off, even though this pretty much is. But I'm going to store probably 7 in here, 7 in the normal spot. And yeah, we'll get some slurry done in the next episode. And we'll probably move forward to maybe May when that's at its first growth stage and I can still actually fertilise it. But we don't want to make the same mistake like last time. Definitely not. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video there. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me because that does help me out on YouTube. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.